Welcome! This is Endless with VGMechanica.com, and today we're going to go over safe spots in EvE Online. Safe spots are basically places in space that you can warp to that are kind of hard for other players to find. They allow you to basically run away from a fight, or if you're trying to be sneaky and just want to scout out first, gives you good places you can go. Now there are multiple kinds of safe spots, and we'll go over the kind of different ones throughout the video. So let's get started. Now, one of the first and easiest ways of making a safe spot is an insta undock. Simply, all you have to do is undock from the station and burn out as far as you can. That will be back on. So we're just going to get out in quite a bit of ways. You need to be at least 160 kilometers away in order to warp to a thing. Also, in order to start bookmarks, you need to click on the Peoples and Places button, go to Places, and then at that point simply hitting the Add Button bookmark will create a bookmark. So just getting it way out. Okay, so we're far enough away for an easy, quick undock. Basically, all we have to do at this point is hit Add Bookmark, and we'll call it the Station Quick Undock. Can't type today. So from this spot, I can warp to the station. I can turn around and I can warp to my quick undock. All you do is right click in space and your bookmarks will pop up under my places. And basically this allows you that pretty much in whatever ship you're in, if you just, as you enter the station, if you click, if you go to that bookmark, you'll already be aligned, so you'll just instantly warp there. So pretty dang quick. Another one that's good for nullsec is a docking ring bookmark. When you warp to the station, you'll see this, you don't always get within docking range. So let's see. Alright, so I am within docking range here, but sometimes when you warp from a gate or the like, you'll be out in, I'm just double clicking in space to move my stuff. You might accidentally get out of docking range. So what you do is you find an unaligned position somewhere not near the entrance, on top side, rear, something that isn't coming from the belts, hopefully something not coming from the stargates. You want to make sure you're within the 0 kilometers. 0 kilometers is within the docking ring. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to create another bookmark here. So add bookmark, docking ring. So now I can warp to 0 without too much worrying about getting caught in a bubble and things like that. So another one, which I'm not going to show here because it's pretty much the same, is that I could like burn up to about 1,000 kilometers or 800 kilometers, and that will get me off grid, which will mean I can't see the ships that are here, but they won't be able to see me. And then I can turn on my D scanner, which we'll go over in another video, and then I could point it and scan and see what's around me. So that's the fundamental ones getting out of a station. Now, for the most part, that's not the most handy ones you're going to have. You're going to want to do something that will keep you nice and safe in space. So first I'm going to do is I'm going to warp to a planet. This could also be done from your solar system map, right there in your scanner window. I don't know why the maps always take a little. Oh no, there it is. But I like to do it just off the overview. So picked a planet. So let's warp to another planet that isn't directly next to it. So while we're in warp, and after we've gotten to our full speed, not when we started to come down. So we need to be going at a matter of matter of AU per second. I can go ahead and create a bookmark. So this isn't the safe spot. This is a kind of temporary safe spot. So let's wait until we get there. Now we're going to warp back to, well, let's get out of warp first. So we're going to warp back to that temporary safe spot I've created. The reason this one isn't necessarily safe is while it is in the middle of nowhere and somebody isn't going to just accidentally hop upon you, it's going to be kind of easy to scan you down. So what you want is an unaligned safe spot, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So I'm going to this spot. It's between the two planets in the middle of nowhere. Kind of. So now I'm going to pick another planet that wasn't aligned. So we'll go to 2, sure. So once again, we're going to wait until we're going pretty dang quick. There we go. And we're going to hit another add bookmark, and this is actually a safe spot, safe 1. So it's good to create several of them. So if you can't cloak, then you can bounce from safe spot to safe spot, and it makes it very difficult for a prober to scan you down. But now that we've got a safe spot, if I can range, as soon as I can warp. Now I'm pretty much in the middle of nowhere, so if there were war targets around, or if I was a null sec or low sec, I'd be relatively safe. Again, if you can't cloak, like I don't have a cloak installed, you'd want to bounce from safe dot to safe spot if there were people in local. Always watch local. Gotta close just because I minimized everything. No war targets here. And there's a couple other. Let's get on to one more. Let's go to a Stargate. We'll just pick one out. Oh, the dead-end system, even better. So we're gonna do a kind of perch for the Stargate, and this is great for fast ships, as it allows you to avoid getting caught in a gate camp in most situations, as well as if you're jumped on a gate, you can warp away to one of your safe points, and it makes it difficult for them to burn to, and I'll show you what I mean here. So we're on the gate. I'm just going to pick a direction. Now, if you burn now if you burn more, again, like if you burn 300 or 400 kilometers away, you're going to get off grid, which is also good, but these are going to stay on grid. I'm going to wait until we're about 200 kilometers out. Makes it hard for people to shoot you, and they just in general can't easily get you. My overview is default at the moment. I need to recustomize it on this character. Once you get far enough away, you lose the illusion of motion, but I'm going pretty dang quick. And this isn't even with the best fitting. Okay, so we are at 200 or so. So we'll get this bookmarked. We'll just call it Gate 1. Or Gate Perch 1. And what we'll want to do is we're going to warp back to the... Oops. We're going to warp back to the gate. And we're going to create another one. It's important that the next one we create is more than 160 from the first one and isn't in a straight line. You don't want to get caught in a bubble or something like that. Really should have the music on, but it's okay. And again, we're just trying to get about 200k out. Alright, almost there. Go ahead and get places open. Okay, so we'll add another one, and this one will be gate perch 2. And I'll stop, turn off my micro warp. So what's cool is now I can see what's happening on the gate, and if a ship comes burning for me, I have a few options. One of them is if I think I can take it, I can get it before its friends, but what's going to happen is they're going to try to burn in range of me, and then their friends are going to warp to them. So what you can do at that point is I'm at perch 2, I could then warp to perch 1. This ship aligns pretty quick. And then they're going to be way up here. Now, you don't want to do that too many times, because if they kind of figure out where you're at, they're going to bookmark where you were, and then if you go back there, they're just gonna warp to you at that point, and you're in trouble. But I also have the option that at any point from these perches, I can warp straight to the gate and jump. So that is the basics of safe spots. Stay safe. It's not as essential in high sec unless you're at war, but nullsec is definitely a survival tool. It's almost a necessary survival tool. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.